Thought I'd change it up, do a video review this week. Sorry it took so long, but get over it. People have to work. It's only 6:30, kids just got out of the bath. So, anyways, I'd rather do this than write something. It would be better. So this week, week 11 is in the books. Basically, looking at the standings, everybody, this is the closest we've ever been. Everybody's 4 and 6 or better. Everybody's got a shot at the playoffs. You know, top 8 make it, no buys or anything. So it's going to be an interesting next 3 weeks, to say the least. I'm sure everybody's going to be nervous about it. I know I am. This is the week I think that the buys hurt people the most, or from some people chose not to even deal with it, which is fine. That's a strategy. We'll get to that in a minute. First game was myself at Donnie, and I embarrassingly lost, only scoring 61 points. Lost my quarterback for the year. I actually liked Carson Palmer a lot, and he is out. McCoy has not lived up to what he should be at all this year. Honestly, I'm pretty nervous about finishing things out. Cam Newton is terrible and hurt. So anybody want to trade me a quarterback, I'm pretty vulnerable right now, so throw some stuff at me and we'll see what happens. Donnie Payton is he could take you to the finals. Odell Beckham, I think he's amazing. It's a great pickup. I originally was going to grab him, but I had Cruz on my team. It's a great pickup, and you honestly, with your team, could easily... with your winning streak you're on, you could make it to the finals easily. Next, we have Slow at Bob. Slow takes it here, even with poor showings from Hill against Cleveland. That was horrible. But again, good pickup. I dropped Hill, which was brutal on my part. And Sanu also with Greenback. I still think it'd be all right, but I thought Bob might actually he could have came back last night. You know, Sanchez played amazing. I think Sanchez is actually a good fantasy quarterback going forward. And Benjamin getting those garbage time touchdowns almost got you up to it, but not close enough. Just looking, playing Cooks wouldn't have really helped you either. So, Slow takes it. Close one, but Slow takes it. So we have Waz and Sko. This is a blowout. Cisco. Marshawn Lynch is just disgusting. And 42 points is ridiculous. Good play by the Cardinals D, obviously. And the bye week stuff. Cook was a great play at tight end for Cisco. I don't know. Waz, just not a good week at all. Kind of like my week. Green doesn't do shit. Against Cleveland. Decker, have fun with him. I just couldn't stand it anymore. I was just looking for some upside. And you sat Wallace and Jackson. It wouldn't have helped you anyways at how good, 132 points. You're not going to beat that. All right. Let's see. We got Walters and Barone. I see, I read the things on there, and Barone, not playing a defense. I understand why he did it. Even the top defense, if he would have picked up Cleveland, would have been the only way, he would have won. But even then, we don't have the incentive anymore of top 2 buys like we used to. And as close as it is, I'm pretty sure Barone's in. I think it's almost statistically impossible he's not going to make it. So. Him not playing it, it's almost, it gives Walters, a better chance at making it. Obviously, at 4 and 6, he's just as close as anybody, just because the standings are so close. Big games by Forsett and Bryant. Obviously, I had Bryant in another league, so that was big. So just keeping everything close. I understand why Barone did that, and that's a strategy a lot of people do, especially with defenses and kickers. If you have to do it, you don't want to drop somebody if it's important. I get it. Then we have Capella and Sully. Aaron Rodgers, man, that was I thought he might break the record, but they were smart and keeping him out after a while. But 6 touchdowns in a half is ridiculous, and we're seeing a lot of that this year with the quarterback. For Capella, Big Ben didn't bail you out this week, unfortunately. He still had a decent game, even though they lost. He had some garbage time. Even having Rodgers throw to Jordy didn't help much in the long run. I mean, it was closer than we thought. Mike Evans, I actually think, is a great pickup. I think even with McCollum throwing to him, I just think he's a big talent. And I think he's going to get you points every week. But Sully takes this one. And again, it's bringing the people from the bottom up and people from the top down. Just it's kind of crazy how close it is this year. Last game, Rich and Danimal here. Dan, man, I don't know if you're giving up, but you played a tight end on bye. You got 39 points, which is pretty bad. I thought when I beat you, you almost beat that. But that's pretty bad. You had a lot of buys, obviously, but and if you want somebody, I'll trade you pretty much anybody. You tell me, maybe I could take Tom Brady off your hands or something if you're still looking to be in it. I mean, your team's not that bad. It's just you had a lot of buys. You got a couple guys hurt, but you got to do something. You lost the last couple games there, and Rich actually solid week all around. Just by looking at it, just pretty much solid week from everybody. I like the tight end replacement, Rivera. He's actually pretty good in Oakland. But I think this week, again, the buys are what was getting everybody. We only got this week and next week left for buys. I think there's less teams on bye, though, so it shouldn't affect people as bad. But that's about it. I actually like doing the reviews like this. I'd be more than happy to do one a year. I think somebody else should maybe do it. But I think everything is coming down to the wire, and everybody's still in it. So it's kind of cool. Usually there's somebody that's clearly last and clearly first, and all 12 teams have a shot at the playoffs. There's 3 weeks left, so let's get going, and I'll talk to you guys soon.